Although most conversations will be positive, you are talking to members of the public, so a range of responses is possible. The Time to Change campaign that you are a part of is necessary because many people have negative views of people with mental health problems. It's unfortunate but possible that you will speak to someone who is negative about people with mental health problems, or simply doesn't want to talk to you. Any rejections you experience might make you feel upset, but the person you're speaking to is not rejecting you personally. Remember that the person you're trying to talk to may not engage immediately, but the chances are you've sown a seed and they will remember you and perhaps see the adverts, pick up a leaflet or talk to you or another volunteer later.
Okay, Hayley, can you just help me out a bit here, right? I'm trying to understand what it's like to be mental, right? So can you just let me know, I mean, does it run in your family? I mean, do your parents have it? Have you always had it? Is it something you put on? I mean, what exactly is it? You hear like, I don't know, they're like goblins or weird things, like fairies or something like that. I mean, what is it, that you can actually hear? I mean, are you a psycho? I'm sure if you're mental, they can lock you up and throw away the key, because I've heard that before, because I think they used to do that in the olden days. If women got pregnant, they put them in a loony bin. I mean, has that ever happened to you? Have you been in a loony bin? The thing is, when you called me in, right, I thought, oh, she looks a bit of all right, and then you're a pretty girl, all that kind of thing. It's only when we sat down, you start saying that, oh, I've been a bit of a schizo, there's something wrong with me, I'm a bit mental. Then I start to get a bit worried about it and think, well, God, what's going on here? And, I'm supposed to be here having a good day out. And here
Those situations were difficult for Hayley. It's hard to deal with someone who has an undermining tone and negative attitude towards us. It's important Hayley remembers not to take these situations personally. The questioning and attacks she experienced are directed towards us as a group and not her in particular. If you find yourself in a challenging conversation, turn the negative response you receive into a positive reaction. Now, Hayley will show some examples of good responses to give in these kinds of situations.
I'm just trying to find out, what was it, psycho something, schizophrenic. Are you schizophrenic?
Well, my personal diagnosis, I don't really think is relevant to the campaign. What we're trying to talk about today is more about general awareness raising. You have to think about the way we behave, people in general, has an impact on others. And most people who have mental health issues say that the attitudes that they get from others around their mental health is often worse than the problem that they've experienced. People's attitudes aren't always particularly supportive, and I think that perhaps, if you think about some of the language that has been used in this conversation, things like mental or nutter.
There may be times when you feel you need to end the conversation.
Living next door to me. I don't want anybody mental living next door to me, thank you very much.
Well, I'm sorry that you feel that way. And thanks very much for your time. I need to speak to some other people.
There may be times when you need to get help from one of your volunteer coordinators. That's what they are there for. If you've been able to tackle a challenging situation yourself, do talk about it to another volunteer or one of your volunteer coordinators. And if you need to take a break, do so.
Do you want to take a little break, have a cup of tea?
This will ensure that you're okay, and also help all of us to learn, reflect and move on from that experience. It's really important not to take a challenging situation personally and bring it home with you.